The next question is, any complications with breastfeeding, and if so, how'd you overcome them? So when she first started breastfeeding at the hospital, something was wrong. I knew something was wrong because it was hurting. It felt like it felt like if somebody like pinches your nipple hard. That's what it felt like. But like, yeah, it was hurting and everything, and the lactation consultant would like come in there and she would be like, well, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, like you gotta get her mouth on there, mom, you gotta. And it's like, okay, but like I know that something is wrong. The worst part about knowing that something is wrong is not knowing what is wrong. So she, long story short, ended up being tongue-tied, and that is when that is like too close to the tip of your tongue here, and so she couldn't latch onto my boob properly, and so it was almost like at a point where it was just like I can't breastfeed, and I was like so like not stressed out about it, but like there was just like a lot of emotions going on because it was like really I made it through labor and I can't breastfeed. Anyway, I had the doctor like, can you look and let me know if she's tongue tied, like, because I just want to know, make sure. Anyway, he was like, oh yeah, we could definitely take care of that. If you want us to take care of that, we could, you know, do a little small procedure or whatever. So they did, and they just like clipped it. That's what they did. And you don't realize like how important that is until after they do it. And then like when she did a simple thing like yawn, her tongue, she could stick her tongue out her mouth because she wasn't doing that before, and I didn't even notice that she wasn't doing it before she got her tongue clipped. So that's something important for you guys that are going to be moms later, or you guys need to make sure that you check, make sure you make the doctor check and ask, is my baby tongue tied, you know, like if you plan on breastfeeding, because bottle feeding is okay because like the bottle goes further down and they don't have to work as hard to get what they need. So definitely, guys, make sure you look into that. So yes, after she got the procedure done, everything was fine. Everything was like, it was just easy, but like it did take a while for me to get over the bruising and everything. My skin had to like peel and like heal and all that stuff. So that was just like, oh my gosh, like it was kind of hard to be like, is she latching on like correctly now? You know, now that she's had her tongue clipped and everything. It was just like really difficult, a healing thing, but like I got through it. It was fine. I did it. So how long are you going to breastfeed? I'm gonna breastfeed her until she's 2 or until she wants to get up on her own, because I went to a lactation consultant like I said before, and that is what is recommended, because that is up until that age, like your breast milk is beneficial to your baby. When you get sick, your body creates like antibodies and they go to the baby. It's kind of like they don't have to take medicine because they're getting it. It's like when you get a flu shot, you know, like, so if you get the flu and you're breastfeeding, your baby is gonna naturally like get that the vaccination, you know, through your breast milk or whatever. So, and then the next question kind of goes into like, is it true that the baby only benefits from breastfeeding up to the first few months? No, that's not true. People like to breastfeed. Oh, I breastfeeded for the first 3 months and then I switched the formula. What are you switching for? Like, I'm not coming for nobody. That's a mom that formula feeds. It's just my opinion. Like, this is my opinion. If you don't like it, because I'm gonna speak my opinion. So I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that you should bottle feed. I don't think that you should take away something that's so beneficial and then like substitute it for like dog food. That's basically what formula is to me. After like looking up into stuff and everything like that, that's what formula is. It's dog food. So you want to feed your baby pellets or some, you know, a gourmet meal? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? So no, it's not true. You need to breastfeed your baby as long as you can. Like my lactation consultant shared with us, 2 years is like recommended. I don't know, even if you don't want to like directly breastfeed, even pump your milk and give your baby that milk, because that milk is better. You want to drink from a cow. People drink from animals and then think it's bad for your baby to drink something that is intended for your baby. That doesn't make any sense. So the next one's from Kit Kat 207. How was it giving birth? It was tough. Definitely. It wasn't easy, but the people that you have around you, your support, that is going to make or break your labor. You just need motivation. You need people around you that are on your team. You don't need somebody pushing you to get meds and stuff that you don't want. Ugh. Yeah, so that's really important. I think that makes or breaks your birth. Did it hurt as bad as people say, or was it not that bad? So I expected the worst of the worst. I expected to want to like be dead instead of go to it anymore. But it wasn't like that for me. It was hard, but I didn't feel like, oh my gosh, I just want to die. Like it didn't feel like that to me. Like it was just like, this hurts really bad, but I'm gonna keep pushing. I can do this. That's what it felt like for me. So I thought that it was going to be worse. That's my experience, and I handle pain differently than you, and then you, and then you, and you, and you. So the next one was epidural or natural birth, and I did do a natural birth. And the doctors and the nurses kept on like saying how good a job I did being a first-time mom, first time going through labor, and not the way that I was handling the pain was like not yelling and screaming and stuff like that, and then also not having the epidural. They were just like, so proud of you, oh my gosh. And then every time a new nurse would come in, oh, we heard about you, oh. And so that was nice. It was just like, that was the one thing that I was really like extra emotional about after having her. It was like, I did it, you know, like people just like love to be like, oh, can you do it? Like I did do it, and I could do it because I knew that I could do it, and I'm strong, like very strong-willed. So like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, and that's what it was. And then the next questions are from Jashay. And then the first one is, how long was my delivery or my labor? I think it's what you meant, my labor, and that was 9 hours. As far as the time that it took to push her out, I think how long was it? Like 35, 40 minutes? I think so. I think it was like 35, 40 minutes it took for me to like literally like pushing her out from the time I started pushing. And then did my water break at home? No, they broke my water when I got to the hospital because they said it was gonna make it go faster. And at first I was just like, why? Because I didn't want anything to be like tampered with. And then it's like you're going through so much at those times, so it's just like you can't really concentrate. And it was, oh my gosh, it was just like so much going on. But they said it'll help it go faster, and it really did. I wasn't in labor for that long. To me, I think I did good. So I was at 4 centimeters, I think, when that's when my husband said they broke my water. I was like, I was at 4 centimeters? I thought I was at 6 centimeters. I don't know. I was just like, oh my gosh. So, and then the last question that she asked that really has I'm so irritated. Did they cut her umbilical cord right away, or did I do delayed cord clamping? I said specifically I wanted to do delayed cord clamping. They said, okay, yeah, we do that. We definitely recommend it. And they say like delayed cord clamping for them is like 60 seconds. It does not take 60 seconds for all that stuff to pump into my child. And I was like, 60 seconds, you know, like trying to ask more and more questions, but you know, like people don't want to answer you, especially when you have a lot of questions because you're young about birth and stuff like that. And when you know what you want and you ask a lot of questions, they just try to give you the runaround. So it wasn't no 60 seconds. Or maybe it was only 60 seconds. And then they cut her. My husband cut the umbilical cord or whatever. My sister said they had a bag to put it in. And you know what? They be selling our our placentas and everything. Like that was so annoying. I was just annoyed. That whole thing just had me like very upset. Because like I asked for one thing, that's what I wanted for my birth plan. But you know, when you're having a baby at a hospital setting, that's why you need to. Next time I'm gonna look for a midwife so if I can do a water birth at home, that's what I want to do. I'm gonna do that. Have a water birth and then do my delayed cord clamping like I want to until it stops pulsating to my child, until the cord is white and there's no blue or red pumping through anything. So I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, I wanted to do delayed cord clamping, but 60 seconds? Okay. And then the last question from _unique is, does it hurt to pee? I guess like, so when I first peed, the first time I peed, I was like so scared because I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna burn. But I didn't have any ripping. I didn't have any like tearing or anything, so it didn't burn to me when I peed. Didn't burn. And then there was like this little, I guess there was like a little tiny, like this small of like a cut or something, little tiny. So I felt like this little tiny piece of burning or whatever, but only sometimes when I peed. So like it didn't hurt when I peed. I didn't feel nothing. It just didn't. And I didn't even, oh my gosh, I got the biggest pads that I had at the store. I didn't need those. I could have used the regular little ones because I didn't have that much bleeding. Like, and that's me personally, I didn't. So I didn't need to buy new underwear. I could have still worn my Victoria's Secret because like I wouldn't have messed them up. Like, but that's just was how my body was, and I didn't know because I had bought like a whole new pack of underwear and everything. So yeah, but those are all the questions that I got. In the next video that I do, it's going to be the story time. So I'm going to tell you guys how it happened and like my experience and what I was feeling, what I was thinking, how the help was and stuff like that, how I handled my pain and everything. Even though I just answered these questions, I'm still going to do the story time. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. Say bye, mommy. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, guys. Be sure to leave any ideas that you might have for like another video in the comments down below.